Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with episode 2 of season 2 of our Clash of Kings mod Let's Play. So in the last episode, we just sort of, took the lay of the land, got updated with what was going to be happening in season 2, and I got a bunch of opinions from you guys on what we should sort of start off with for this season. And it sounds like the consensus is we should deal with the Ironborn first. So it seems like I guess Barreton's going to be our first target here. They don't actually hold any other castles within the north, so that's the only target that we can actually besiege. Hopefully that will give us all three of these villages along with it. It should. And then actually they do have a castle, but it's all the way down here. So Flint's Finger will be the second thing that we besiege. And I really don't want to have to take anything in here. However, they might not be willing to just, sign a peace treaty after we take our land back. So we'll see what eventually becomes of our war with the Ironborn, but we're certainly going to take, our territory back first. We're also joined today by a couple of familiar faces as well as one new one, so let's take care of that first. Let's see here. Torin Greywolf has rejoined the party. You guys may recall that he is the younger brother of a very minor noble within the Wolfswood clans, and he has been sort of tasked with joining. Originally joined the Northern Loyalists to sort of circumvent the Bolton's rule, but now he's back to join the King in the North, and he'll be joining my Raven Guard or my personal guard, and then we also have at the bottom of our party Valor Armenis, who served briefly as our minister over in Lorath, and right now is serving as sort of our engineer of sorts. He's very educated, man, so he's, learned in a lot of different things, and right now he's the best engineer we have, so that's the role he's going to play. However, we may have other purposes for him, so it certainly would not hurt us to have another engineer. I'm sort of specking Bowen into a hybrid engineer medic, so eventually he might be able to take over the reins from that entirely. Nadia is going full healing, so she'll be our dedicated healer. He'll be half engineer, half healer. Right now he is going to serve all sorts of purposes for us. And our new face is Vera Stinger, who served as a minister in her homeland, but after her family was killed in a sort of coup, she was basically forced to flee and has found herself here. So we've taken her in, and we may end up, actually we probably will make her Hand of the King, at least for now, because when we go into combat, I would rather have my brother Rylan with me than Vera, who is competent but a bit inexperienced. Rylan is, much more practiced in the arts of warfare at this point, even though he's fairly young. So the first thing we're going to do is ride back into Winterfell. And yeah, I know. I live here. Okay. So let's get in there. And we'll go to the Lord's Hall. And let's go have a chat with Rylan. I like that Arwen shows up in here and in my party. It's kind of cool that she can jump back and forth. So she's always present in both. Do you still... Apparently she can still handle a lot of different things here. But yeah, we'll speak later. Right now, Rylan, I would like you to rejoin my retinue. And I would appoint Vera Stinger in your stead. A lot of people didn't like that, apparently. A lot of people didn't like that. Maybe because she's female? I don't know. Some of the female lords didn't like that, though. I wonder why. Anywho, Rylan's going to rejoin us, and Vera will take over as my minister for the time being. So there she is. And Rylan is, of course, in my party. So let's go ahead and leave there. And we'll make sure that Rylan is with us and in the right sort of spot. So definitely not infantry. We'll have him part of my Raven Guard as well. And let's see. Somewhere in there is fine. Because our older brother is sort of a lord in his own right now. Not our older brother, our middle brother, excuse me. Robert is now a lord in his own right. I think that technically makes Rylan my heir until we have a son. So when these hearts run out, I think Rylan's going to be the next player character. It could end up being... There could be a case made for Robert, but since he has his own holdings now, I don't know if he has any claim. I guess we'd have to defer to the Lords of the Realm as to who would take over in that case. But hopefully, Rook survives beyond that, and we can have a son who is half Raventree, half Umber, that would be my heir. So, it is time to go to war with the Ironborn, so let's get my gear equipped here. I'll put my plate armor on and my helmet. And I've already equipped Domeric Bolton with his plate armor, so he's just, got his sitting in here. Because I think if I leave it in his inventory, his, baggage inventory, not his, equipped inventory, I think he'll equip it. I'm not sure on that, but he might. So I figured it was easier to just keep it with me. Right, so we need to go find a way to start a war with the Ironborn. It may just let us directly besiege Barrowton. However, I would like some help with that. So, in that case, I'd like to maybe attack a caravan or something first. Let's see, you're resting on a bench in a small village, sitting near the village center. You notice a traveling singer. Not the Rains of Castamere. Let's do the Bear and the Maiden Fair. Okay. Wow. Just constant events here. Apparently the Iron Islands declared war on the North. The North no longer exists. You can see the Bolton's standard there. However, yeah, neither of those factions actually exist, so I don't know what they were doing there. There's a patrol. That might not be too bad a way to start this off. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Surrender or die. And I think that puts us at war. Let's go ahead and take the field. Okay, everybody follow me. Let's do our best to actually push up to that hill. If you guys would, hurry. God, they just love to get in my way. Alright, so we're going to take this hill and then set up. We do have a decent amount of infantry with us, but it looks like for the most part we're fielding cavalry. I'm actually going to check and, well, not check, but pay attention to how good the mod performs in battle. And I may up the battle size, because I have it at the vanilla maximum right now, which is 150, so 75 per side. However, there is a mod tool that will allow you to push it beyond that. So if the game seems as though it can handle it, I will consider doing that. Do I even have any archers other than Garrett Longley out here? Yeah, I've got a few. You cavalry are just morons. Do I have any advanced formations? No. Let's see, not that one. Definitely use your shields. I wish it would tell me what I'm doing. Yeah, don't do that. F4, there we go. I want you guys to form a wedge. That is probably the best cavalry formation I can think of. And then go somewhere over there. Are they advancing? It seems like they are. So let's see. Infantry. Whoops, no. Come on. Stay over there. Infantry, come back a bit. Or you know what? Stay where you are. Pikes, move up. And I might have them brace their polearms. I don't know how effective that'll be. But this is our first look at the actual pikes. You can see they're much longer than they were before. They're actually two-handed pikes now, and then the shield is essentially like hand armor. So it's not an actual shield that's equipped, but it does function very similarly. It was the most elegant solution I could find. So let's see here. You guys should be following me. It's kind of your job. Are they holding position? It looks like they are. So we're going to advance. Okay, so the enemy has decided to hold right here, which means that I can safely take this hill. Let's see, infantry push to about here. Pikes just beyond them. Cavalry come around this way. And Tauren, if you could not wave that standard in my field of view, that'd be great. Alright, we're in position to engage at this point, so I'm going to move the pikes up a bit around that rock, if I can help it. Something like that. Infantry, you can move there as well, but make sure you're staying in formation. Cavalry, start to move up. And hopefully we can get a nice like flanking maneuver off on them. Probably shouldn't have sent the pikes in first, because they don't have shields, but what can you do? Alright, cavalry, go. And wow, you guys are already routing? Okay. Gotta get used to the length of this sword. Damn it. They stopped and turned around. Okay. If you guys would hold still, that would be great. Oh, he fell down. There we go. By the way, you guys might notice that the Ironborn look a bit different. I've actually completely overhauled the faction with the armors from World of Ice and Fire. So they look more like traditional Ironborn. Well, at least the show's version of the Ironborn. Rather than the weird, just like generic chainmail that they wear in the default version of this mod. So yeah, they're fully customized. Let's try to bail this White Harbor Knight out. They're getting reinforcements, so we need to be careful here. There's also some... Oh, never mind. I thought they had some elite troops here, but it looks like they're all just spearmen and axemen. I think they had some retainers. Oh, they do have retainers. One of them just knocked Ryland out. Oh yeah, these are the elite retainers. You can tell by the Kraken masks. Get him. There we go. Okay, we got him. So I don't think we took very many casualties there. We played it pretty safe. So yeah, 3 wounded, not a big deal. They were wiped out. And I got 14 kills. It didn't feel like that many, but I'll take it. And we'll go ahead and take these guys prisoner. We have a lot of level ups. I'm not sure how I want to handle this yet, because it's going to be expensive. But let's see, U7 are ready to become elite. So they'll give me 15 elite ones. All 20 of these guys are ready to level up, so that'll give me 25 veterans. All 20 of you guys. The thing is, this is my most elite infantry. I'm kind of tempted to leave them as men-at-arms, or excuse me, as sergeants, because if I upgrade them to men-at-arms, it's actually a downgrade in terms of combat ability, but they get horses. So in terms of a siege, the sergeants are actually a far better troop. All of you guys are ready, geez. I don't know if I can afford an army that expensive, so I'm not going to upgrade the rest of these guys yet. But that gives me a lot of elite cavalry, which is the closest thing the North gets to knights. And then let's see, what did they drop? Just some Ironborn weapons and armor, it looks like. And that'll be that. Okay, so we should, again, should be at war now. So let's head over to Barrowton and gauge their garrison. I would like to take it myself. I don't mind having help, but if I'm the one that takes it, it'll be much easier for me to justify giving it to myself. Whereas if somebody else takes it for me, then they will probably have the most claim on it. So that's obviously not favorable. Let's see. Graydon Goodbrother. Let's go ahead and engage him. Because I believe... Yeah, he's running, so that means that we are at war. Let's see. They know me as Rook Raventree. Lord, you're the Lord of Barrowton. Okay, and you are actually a fan, apparently. That is funny. Because I don't think... Yeah, we've never had any interaction with him. He didn't know our name. Blah, blah, blah. Don't want to make peace. I want to take you out. It does look like we might be able to pull a couple of a couple of the Ironborn lords away from the Iron Islands. However, if I recruit him while he's still Lord of Barrowton, then I lose the ability to take Barrowton for myself. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to take him out, potentially capture him, and then see about besieging Barrowton. Once Barrowton is ours, I might consider recruiting him. I'll have to make sure that he's not in charge of any other lands that we want to take eventually. So let's go ahead and lead our troops. And if everybody would follow me, let's go ahead and push up to... I'll be pretty aggressive here. I obviously am going to have a lot more cavalry than them. So as long as we don't let them bog us down, we should be fine. But yeah, we have a lot of cav. Although, the pikes aren't going to be super effective against the Ironborn. The pikes are more for dealing with enemy cavalry, especially knights. So like the Westerlands, you know, we'll have a good use for those pikemen, but against the Ironborn, not so much. Cav, go over there, and go ahead and reform your wedge. And then, not everyone, Raven Guard back to me. Cavalry, get over there. Go on. What is taking so long? Let's see, Torin's here. Nadia, you should be with the archers, if I'm not mistaken. I guess we're standing roughly where the archers should be. I'm going to go over here because I like to pull off... Eventually, I'd like to have my retinue big enough where I can sort of be the left flank to the cavalry's right flank or vice versa. It doesn't really matter which one's which, just it's nice to be able to like flank the enemy from both sides. Alright, so infantry go, pikemen go, cavalry start pushing up and around. And I'm going to start coming this way. Alright, go ahead and charge, cavalry. You should be able to hit them from the side. Yeah, that's perfect. And I will go after the archers. There's one, and my lance broke. I'll keep my retinue on me, just in case. Obviously, we don't want the queen getting, you know, stuck in anything too dangerous. This sword is really, really good. I am one-shotting elite retainers. And they have pretty good armor. That armor is unique. It's actually one that I didn't make the model, but I mashed up a couple of different models and then retextured it. So it's got the Ironborn like leather plate armor under it, but it's a coat sort of like they wear in the show, although it's more blue. But it's pretty good. It's about even with the best northern armors. So, I mean, it's more or less equivalent to what I'm wearing. Mine might be a little bit better, but it's still pretty good armor, so the fact that I can kill them in one hit says a lot about this sword. Oh, that one got away. Don't let them flee. Everybody charge at this point. There's no reason to be standing around. Got that one. Can't see what's happening there though, so I'm just gonna kind of let it happen. And I'll swing around, maybe get this guy. Nope. He got away. And we won! Alright. There we go. One wound, that's it. And they were wiped out. Apparently they've got another 10. I'm gonna... No, I'll fight this one because if I order my troops to attack, we're going to actually take casualties, whereas if I fought this on the battlefield, we wouldn't. But you guys probably don't need to see this, so I'll just fast forward through it. Okay, so that's taken care of. No casualties for us, 10 for them. So that went about as well as we could have hoped. Unfortunately, Graded and Good Brother escaped. Let's see, we freed some Raider Archers and some Raider Horsemen. I'll just let them go. And then I will grab these Ironborn. And you know what? I could make you guys garrison troops or something. I don't know that it's worth it. It's not like I'm hurting for garrison units. Let's grab all of this. We can sell it. And with that, let's continue to Barrowton, where we'll take a look at the garrison. 351, so we will need help for that, especially considering the Ironborn are pretty effective in sieges. Out in the field, it's very easy to flank them with cavalry, but in narrow corridors and walled cities, it's not so easy to do that. And let's see. They do have some retainers present. They have 38 retainers. Those are going to be the difficult ones to deal with. The axemen as well. Spearmen, not quite so much, because obviously a spear is not a great weapon in close confines, but axes are very effective, especially against shields. So let's go find the nearest northern lord and call all the banners so that we can get ready to take Barrowton. Okay. Barbary Dustin, I need you to do me a favor. Okay, good, you're friendly. Let's see. We need to assemble the army. Yes, gather our forces. And I will beg my leave. How many men do you have at your disposal? 104? Okay. Well, you're accompanying me already. Good. I don't need to ask you to follow me then. Let's see if we can't find somebody else. I saw a notification that Great John Umber was actually in the area. Said he was raiding around Blazewater Bay, so we might be able to find him. Alright, so we have cornered one of the Ironborn lords, trying to raid one of our villages, no less. And so we are going to completely destroy their army. I don't know how aggressive they're going to be, so I'm going to take this hill first and then worry about pushing forward. I do see them off in the distance there, however, I don't know if they're actually going to continue on beyond that, or if they're just going to like hold right there. So let me go scout a bit. Okay, so we've begun to engage. Cavalry's coming in from there. Infantry's flanking them from the other side. I just ran square into a tree. And I'm trying to go after the Lord, which should be that one in the cape right there. And I don't think I got anybody with that. Nope, I keep running into stuff. Too busy looking at the battlefield and not enough at where I'm going. There's somebody. Broke my lance, though. Alright, everybody charge. Feel free to go nuts here. We are taking some casualties here. Luckily, nobody's dying, though. We've got pretty good healers on our side with decent surgery skill. Of course, as I say that, we did just lose a White Harbor Knight, and those guys are hard to replace. Especially since we don't really have access to White Harbor at the moment. Tear my way through here and take out as many of these retainers as I can. Because as you guys can see, they are absolute wrecking balls. Oh, here come the reinforcements. Looks like my cavalry's going to take them head on. Probably not the best approach there, but couldn't really be helped. So I'll do my best to just clear out some of these guys in the back lines. Oh, wow, they're already getting more reinforcements. Let's do our best to get rid of these guys. They are going to kill my men if I'm not careful. There's one. I ran him over instead of hitting him. Whoops. There we go. Let's go ahead and push this way. We do have support, by the way. We're not fighting this battle alone. I believe Robin Flint is present of the Flint's Fingers. And let's see, there's somebody... Flint's Finger, excuse me, not Flint's Fingers. There's only one of them. Somebody else is present too. It might be Barbary Dustin. She might have been too far behind. It may have been somebody else. But there's a few lords with us at this point. So we should be ready to take Barrowton. Just keep swinging. Keep swinging. Oh. Like, why is my sword going through him and not killing him? Because he, like... A lot of them are actually basically retreating off the map as they're fighting. That's strange. We're losing one of our cavalry today. Unfortunate. Just keep stabbing down these groups, I guess. And eventually we will have cleared them all out. It actually looks like it's only the two of us. I don't see any other standards above anybody's head. This is not the type of battle you can be fighting with cavalry. My horse is gonna go, yeah. I saw that coming. kick you guys off of me instead of swinging. There we go. Let's just get in here. A lot of our cavalry is happening. Hopefully that didn't injure my horse. I'll be pretty upset if it did. I do have backups, but I like that horse. Alright. And there's our victory. A bit bloodier than the last couple, but only 2 deaths, actually. White Harbor Knight and a veteran Northern Man-at-Arms. So 2 pretty good cavalry we lost there. But, I mean, 2 deaths compared to the enemy's, what, 168? Yeah, not too bad. 19 kills for myself. Looks like the Queen got 5. Not too shabby. Looks like she beat everybody except for Domeric Bolton. Or at least everybody with a name. And we've got 34 left to fight, so I'll go ahead and mop this up real quick. Okay, so no casualties for us that time. We were able to get all of them. The leader got away, and we get a bunch more prisoners. I'll take whatever is going to be like the most elite, I guess I should say. So the retainers and the axemen and whatnot. These spearmen can go free. This archer can go free. And let's see. Veteran spearman. Give me the retainer. Give me the veteran. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and collect the loot here. And with quite a few lords at our back, we're going to go ahead and start making a move on Barrowton. Looks like everybody should be following. Is that Broken Men? Okay. Not concerned about them. Alright, so here we are at Barrowton, and I think this is where we're going to end the episode. We're going to begin the siege. I guess I'll start the siege off camera, and I'll pick back up as soon as we're ready to begin the assault. Again, we have quite a few people with us. It looks like, so Lord Roderick Risewell showed up. Robert Glover is also here. Roger Risewell, so I believe that is either Roderick's brother or son. We have Wyman Manderley, as well as Wendell Manderley. I don't know where Wireless is. Robin Flint is here, as I thought. He was the only one that helped us out in those battles. Barbary Dustin, who's been with us for a little while now. Andrew Locke, and there's somebody else in there, but I can't see who they are. Helman Tallheart is also here. Okay, so we have quite a few lords coming in here with us. We're going to have to take this as quickly as possible because they have already begun attacking our villages. As soon as we left Whitehill, another lord swooped in to start raiding it. So we need to basically take this and then make sure that we defend the south here because they are going to probably start besieging all the smaller holdings here. So Moat Cailin, probably not garrisoned very well. A lord with 200 men could almost certainly take it. The same goes for probably Castle Kerwin or Torrens Square. So we need to make sure that we take this quickly and then essentially force them out of this part of the north. I imagine that they're mostly coming from this area. So unfortunately there's no castle out here. I'd love to have somebody like garrison this area just to make sure they're not constantly coming and going. But once we've taken Barrowton, we're going to be on the defensive for a little bit, and then we will go after Flint's Finger. And that should be all of our territory returned. All the villages should come with that. So that should be all we need to do. And then it's just a matter of trying to negotiate a peace or basically coming down like the almighty hammer of God on them and just wiping them out completely. Not something I really want to do. This doesn't really gain us any sort of advantage, so rather not have to deal with all these sieges, but we very well might have to, so I guess we'll see. But anyways, we're going to call it here. So looking forward to the Siege of Barrowton in the next episode, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Clash of Kings with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.